video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hello guys, I'm Aveline and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today is a super exciting day because we finally get to share what we've recorded with the new game pack StrangerVille, and I have about 4 videos going up today, by the way. So we're going through the build by objects right now in this overview video, but I also have a CAS overview video up on the channel right now. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out. And then I also have a map overview video up on the channel as of right now, and it does have a little bit of a cinematic twist to it, so if you're interested in that, I definitely recommend you go check that out too. And then later on today, I will be releasing the first part of my new little playthrough, mini-series, LP, whatever you want to call it. I am basically playing through the storyline, and I've recorded it because I thought it would be funny to share with those of you who don't necessarily want to buy the pack, or you want to see if you're interested in it first. So yeah, that's going up later today as well. But for now, we're going to go through the build by objects, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the vibe that they have and also what you can use them for. And I've actually included a little bit of gameplay footage as well because a few of the items are a little bit different, so I wanted to share what it looks like in game when you use them, basically. Like, for example, there's a listening device which we haven't had before, so I wanted to show you guys exactly what you can do with that. I think that was a part of the storyline as well, so yeah, that's coming up in the LP episode as well. I had a lot of fun with that, to be honest. And then there's also another example is there's this kind of like plane object that you can build in and underneath. It's a little bit weird, but it's actually a really funky item, and I figured it would be better to show you guys exactly what you can do with it rather than either sit here and try to explain it, because you guys know I suck at explaining things, or if I just forgot to completely talk about it, it would have just looked like a plane in different pieces. So I decided to film it and share it in this video as well. And we're also showing off the laptop and also the jukebox, and I think there's a training bot as well that I'm showing you guys a little bit of gameplay with, although my playtester didn't know much about sports, so she was basically just slapping it, but it's fine, it's all good. But anyways, for the build objects that we're going through first, as you can see right here, we did get 3 new fences. We got a few roofing decor pieces and a chimney, and then we got those weird lines on the ground that are supposed to be fences. I don't exactly know what they're for. I suppose you can use them for like a crime scene or something like that, but they're a little bit random. I haven't actually seen them in game for the game, like the storyline either, so I have no idea what they're used for. And then of course we got gates that match the 3 new fences, so that's really useful. They match all the different swatches as well, so really happy about that. As for the windows and the doors, by the way, I just want to say they are so beautiful, they're so detailed, and they come in so many different swatches. I just can't wait to see what everyone's gonna do with them, because there are like I said, there are so many different swatches. I'm really surprised by that. There are 2 different like pastel ones, kind of. There are also some darker ones, some, you know, plain brown ones as well. So I'm really excited to see what everyone's going to do with those windows. I think they are absolutely beautiful. But other than the windows and the doors, and of course the matching columns and fences and gates and all that, we really didn't get a lot of build objects. I do want to like keep in mind that this is a game pack, this is not an expansion pack, so we're not going to get as many items as we would with an expansion pack, so I think that's something important to keep in mind. It's been a while since we've had a game pack as well, so maybe people have kind of forgotten how many items you're supposed to get with game packs. That said though, I would have loved a wallpaper or some flooring maybe to go with the windows and the new doors, because that would have been great, but I get it if they decided to give that slot to some other item, for example the lab looking walls, because they kind of needed those for the storyline, which I'm not going to spoil in this video, by the way, so don't worry about that. But the first item that we're actually going to go through and check out exactly what to do with it in game is this listening device that you can see right now on the screen, because it's a little bit different. It's not a computer. I know that it looks like it, but basically you click on it and then you have to buy these little spy bugs that you can plant on other Sims. So what I decided to do was I decided to plant one of them on the mayor of StrangerVille, who's called Ted Rossville. Unfortunately though, he's afflicted, as you can see, and he didn't want to talk to me. He was saying some kind of beauty, Bella, beauty nonsense. I don't know. He was being a little bit weird. But I decided to go back and I gave him a hug. You get this interaction once you click on a sim that says plant a bug, and then your sim will give them a hug and plant the bug on their back. And you can see the sims that are bugged have this little signal radiating from them or emitting from them. Hopefully you get what I mean. You can see it right here. And then once that's done, you can go back to the listening device and then click listen in on and choose the sim you want to listen in on, and it's pretty funny. I decided to both try Ted Roswell, but I also tried out Morgan Fires. But I actually got some dirt on Ted Roswell because it says if this gets out, I could be in huge trouble. And then after listening in on another sim and getting dirt on them, you'll have a basic audio recording on a USB stick in your inventory, so you can go back and say, hey, I got some dirt on you and I want to blackmail you, and they'll end up giving you money so you don't disclose all the information that you got. So that was a little bit funny, and it's also part of the storyline, by the way. And this is a training bot. I thought I would just show off quickly what it does, because it's not like a normal punching bag. It's actually quite funny. It makes sounds and all that, so I thought that was a little bit fancy. But as you can see, when it comes to the furniture in this pack, it's not very family home oriented, and you guys know I like to build family homes, so that's definitely what I look forward to the most when we get new packs, because it means new matching couch sets or I don't know, beds or kitchen counters. We didn't get any kitchen counters. We did get one bed, but it's like a military kind of bed. And then we actually got these posters, and they're freaking awesome. I love these ones. We also got some that are in the debug catalog. And also, by the way, I just want to point out, just to make sure that you know, I am not going through the debug catalog because I made the mistake of doing that before going through the storyline, and I basically spoiled the entire thing for myself. So I decided not to include that footage because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. If you're just here to go through the build buy objects with me, I don't want to sit here and show you guys exactly what's going to happen in the storyline. I feel like that would be pretty mean, so I've decided not to include that footage. But there's some pretty fancy stuff in the debug catalog, I will admit to that. There's some funny stuff in there. This is the plane thing that I was talking about. So basically what you can do with this thing, and it's pretty awesome. It's not very versatile though, but you can build a little room in it inside of this part of the plane, and then you can make a basement underneath. And by doing that, you can basically create a hidden bunker, which is pretty awesome. But I mean, at the same time, it's not the most versatile item. I don't really see what else you can do with the item, to be honest. I'm sure there are some much more creative people sitting out there with lots of ideas of what to do, but my family home self can't really see it. I have played around with it a little bit, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. But yeah, I wish it came in some different swatches maybe, so it's not just green and yellow. That would have maybe made it a little bit more interesting to me. I will say it's a pretty freaking awesome item, but I wish it just had a little bit more versatility to it, basically. But other than that, here are some clutter items as well. We got some splashes, some green stains, not splashes, some green stains that you can put on top of flooring, as you can see right here. And then also this little rug over here, which comes in some very funky swatches. And we got some clutter, some newspaper clutter that's also a part of the storyline, but it's also just usable as clutter. And then we got these things that are definitely military inspired. I will say some of the wall decor, for example, the pictures here on the left, I like those a lot. Those would work really great with like bars or maybe in a diner setting or something like that. There's also a lamp which is actually like shaped like a car sticking out of the wall, which I think is super fancy and I love that thing. But that would be perfect for a diner setting as well. And then we got these fake air conditioners that don't work. Like I said, they're non-functional, but at least they're good for decor. That thing you saw just before, I have no idea what that is. I was very intrigued by it when I came by it. I had no idea. We got these 3 screens right here that don't work. One of them is also slashed a little bit or broken. So as you can see, a lot of the things that, or a lot of the objects that we got are definitely more aimed towards the storyline. But I mean, it also makes sense because this game pack is very story driven. So of course they'd have to create a lot of items that would fit the story, otherwise that wouldn't make any sense, or we'd be lacking, you know, the different things as well. I don't know what these are, but I kind of like them. Not gonna lie, but I have no idea what they are. They look like advertisements or something like that. Also, I don't know what these little things are either. They kind of freak me out just a little bit, like, I'll admit to that. Also, they look like aliens or something like that. I also don't know what these little things are, although I think they're pretty cute. And also, by the way, you can find these and also the little alien things under kids decor, even though the kids can't interact with them. I thought that was a little bit interesting. I don't know why they're there, but you know, whatever. And then there's a shelf unit, and we got these lava lamps, and I wanted to show you guys what they look like in play and also at night. So here you go. This is sped up a little bit so it doesn't move this fast, but they look pretty cool in game, and I don't know, I feel like I have had that thought before, like I kind of want lava lamps in the game, so I'm really happy to see those in the game. I think they look really good in gameplay at least. And then there's a car thing that I talked about before and some other lighting pieces as well. And then we have a desk which definitely fits a lab environment, and here's the laptop. I am aware that some people say that it's very bulky and they don't like it for that reason. I personally don't mind, because I think it fits the aesthetic perfectly. Have you seen Sims phones? I mean, they're like bricks anyways, you know, so I think they fit the aesthetics of the game perfectly fine, and I wanted her to just test it out for you guys so you can see exactly how it looks, because she does look down on the computer instead of looking in front of her, and I thought it sounded a little bit different as well, but I'm not entirely sure about that. And here's the jukebox, which is pretty freaking cool and also kind of big. It's retro, but at the same time it's also futuristic. I don't know what that's about. It's probably neither of those two, and I'm just wrong, but I liked it, so I wanted to show it off to you guys, like, so you can see exactly what it looks like in the game, and she's just jamming along to it. So yeah, I thought it looked pretty great. But now we're getting to the last build-a-buy objects from this game pack, so I will be sharing my thoughts with you guys. If you're only interested in this pack for the build-a-buy objects and you mainly build family homes or normal houses, I don't think you'll be getting much use of this pack other than the doors and the windows, because there's no matching furniture set, there's only a military bed, no kitchen counters, no stuff like that. But if you're more interested in concept builds like labs or maybe space stations or other stuff like that, I definitely would say that this pack fills a hole that we've kind of had in that category. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!